Okay.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands,
Get out of that.
one nation, under God.
Got our other voices.
No, they're all up me.
Make sure you say it right, huh?
You know,
Yep, it's going.
Okay.
Thank you, Chris.
let it be known that Chris and Joel are out on town business. Everybody else is here. Guest and audience, we get introductions. Say we are
Chris Kinnear, Gary Wise, Bruce Levin,
Ken Cumble.
Mike Letch.
Approval of bills. Has everybody had time to look at the bills?
What was the refrigerator for?
The senior housing.
Okay, I just didn't know where I was going to.
Yeah, I didn't know either. I had deer in the headlights look when you asked that one.
Okay,
Mhm.
and the fees by the end of the payment, is that a voucher?
That's a void.
Void, okay,
Mhm.
that's a void. So DR Concrete have not received a final payment?
Now that I can't answer. I don't do the bills, so I'm assuming no,
Okay,
if it's not on there.
I move that we approve the bills for October 10th through October 23rd.
Second.
Moved and seconded. I don't even know what I'm doing right now.
All in favor,
All
say
in
aye.
favor, say aye.
I,
Aye.
Yeah.
Opposed? Same.
Forgot to ask for any discussion.
I don't know.
Yeah.
What happens when you go hunting after work?
Bitching or bragging.
Approve the minutes for October 13th.
I move that we approve the minutes from October 13th.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any discussion?
how much were the signs? Were they 9,000 total? I thought it was
That was for three.
for three. I thought it was a different number than 9,000.
Well, there was a lot
was-
of 9,000.
Right.
Allotted, okay,
Mhm.
Yeah, up to 9,000.
So what he had presented was to buy two and use the remainder of the money for the signs and all that.
for the post and stuff,
Right,
yeah,
but the motion was, well,
just to buy the signs.
just buy the signs,
So,
get all the signs.
so I thought the signs were like a 2,800 a piece.
They were, but that was, the extra money was, it was up to
Okay,
9,000.
so that doesn't say that in there. It says purchase three signs for 9,000. Should be up to 9,000.
Any more discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same. Motion passed. Appearances.
Mhm.
Chris, you and you guys wanted to go ahead and speak?
Sure.
I've already introduced myself to a couple of you, but I'm Bruce Levin. I'm the district manager for Wyoming Waste Connections. I'd been working with Scott a long time ago on a city contract for you guys to for a couple of reasons. Number one, to kind of stop the illegal dumping that goes on here, to we'll just say aesthetically make the area look nicer. And you guys have really been stepping forward to clean up the city. So I wanted to be a part of it. We came up with a couple of different ideas. I haven't talked to Joel. I apologize. I just found out today that I was coming here, and I've been, I gave all my guys, too many guys hunting for the last couple of days, and they haven't come back. So I was in a truck at 4:30 4 o'clock this afternoon. I was told by my CSR that you're supposed to be in Shoshoni. So off I came. I didn't bring much with me. Kind of a couple ideas I wanted to shoot off you guys is we work with, we have a contract with the town of Kirby and Pavilion right now. Smaller towns that they have different ways of doing it. They're one's a 7-year, one's a 3-year contract. They have different ways of handling it. One wants to handle all the complaints and the kind of all the billing, and the other one wants us to, take care of everything. Then there's the city of Du Bois, which is a contract. They take care of all the billing. And with that, we franchise fee it. Basically, they get a percentage of what we take every month or what they bill out every month. They pay us a flat fee and they disperse the rest however, warranted. So there's a couple of ways that you guys, I'm not sure what the actual population is or how many residential customers, but we just, for an example, you say you have 100 residential customers. You throw out a 7-year contract, it's going to be cheaper. I'm going to be able to give you a cheaper rate than a 3-year contract. With that, you guys, you control, we can do the billing, you can do the billing. It's one of those things of how you want to do it. I don't have rates sitting in front of me, be honest with you. I'm looking at just generally going off of some of my other contracts that I have. They're looking at about $22 to $23 a month. I can tell you that we can probably do a little bit better. If I do, when I do the numbers, I always come a little higher than I think in the beginning, but I think we can come down a little bit. We basically, it's cradle to grave with us is we take it and it's not your responsibility after that. It's, there's no liability to you guys. We work with Fremont County. I work with Andy Fry, kind of a personal friend of mine anyways. They will be closing the Shoshoni dump soon. So everything would be going to the Riverton or Sandra landfills. I've been here I'm from Seattle. I used to run the city of Seattle for almost, 5 years of my life. I've been in the garbage business for, believe it or not, 50 years. I'm 62 years old and I was born, raised in this business. And I don't know how they got me to come to Wyoming, but I've kind of enjoyed it. And what we've been doing is trying to put a good spin on our company. A lot of people look at us and say, well, you're owned by a conglomerate. Well, guess what? Everyone I have is local. I am local. Ideal business local. I just did my budgets, got through with the budgets yesterday. I take care of it all. My drivers are local. You got one resident right here he's in charge of Shoshoni.
He's putting it local where even hiring a manager, office manager, he told corporate to stay out of it, let me handle it local.
Sometimes you can't, you find sometimes that it's better that someone that understands, I understand the industry, but there's locals that really know what you guys need and what your wants and needs are. So I just wanted to put that out that numbers are something we can work with. Price of contracts or length of contracts we can work with. Everyone's different. Every city is a little different, but the bottom line is it's something you guys don't want to deal with. I mean, it's out of sight, out of mind. I run automated equipment. I run the most automated stuff that you can put out there. I mean, my drivers are I got a 72-year-old driver that, in the old days of the garbage man wouldn't be working, but with automation and how we do things, it's a lot different. Everything that comes in here would be new. As far as all the residents would get, we'd want to go carts. There's just no question that the people that have their commercial containers, I think that you guys don't need, there's another competitor in town that some people, you don't want to make everybody angry. And so maybe you leave the commercial part of it or that part to us and what is it? Hopper Metals or Hopper Disposal. And we take the residents. We'd want to give everyone a brand new cart, pick it up once a week. I believe we come in here on Friday. I think it's Friday. come through on Fridays, which is kind of a nice little deal because we're cleaned up for the weekend. A lot of your stuff happens on the weekends, especially the pass through from your travel. So like I said, I'm available next week. Starting next week, I'll be off the trucks again because no more hunting. I learned my lesson here is one guy asked and then he gets stuck in the mountains. And so another guy's coming off and then I end up, we end up working harder and longer. But one thing I will say is I have I've been here 8 years. I have no liability issues. We've had one accident and that's no lie. I've had one incident in 8 years with a driver, minor, and DEQ, and Fremont County Solid Waste, both supporters of mine. Charlie Plymill heads up the DEQ in this area. Never had an NOV violation. We are on time. I've got good people. Like I said, my customer service representative that would handle this situation here sounds like she's about 5 years old, but darn, she's been with me 6 years and she's good at what she does. And like I said, we like to hire, I don't bring people from out of town. Chris wanted to be in Thermopolis, New Orleans. Okay, so you're going to be in Thermopolis. Our guy that does Du Bois lives in Du Bois. We just kind of try to keep that thing. And, and again, we're an equal opportunity. And I want to say this because of the new PC things that are going on. We have women drivers now where you don't have that. In Rollins, I have a lady that does all my ASL, my carts. And in Rock Springs, I have 2 lady drivers. One's a roll-off and one's a front-loader driver. We've had real good luck with that. So I want to make sure that if you guys are looking for jobs, we can give them to you. So any questions you guys have for me or?
Especially if you choose to go with us.
Yeah. I tell you right now, I won't disappoint you. I'm here. Like I said, it's going to be a long day. I'm going to be back in Du Bois at 5:30 in the morning, and I'm here because I take pride in what I do. I haven't been in this business all these years just because I'm not educated. I graduated from the University of Washington, so I do have an education, but I'm a garbage man. So, but any questions for you guys? Anybody got anything or?
I don't have any.
No.
No?
I don't.
Anybody from the audience want to yell and scream at me or tell me I'm a bad guy?
Actually,
Oh, go
I've
ahead.
been working for him for only a year, almost a year now. And I rode around town with his drivers. And I've heard stuff on Facebook, which, whatever. But anyway,
You don't believe everything here in social media.
if people forgot to put their carts out, usually you're supposed to just drive by it. That's just policy, but they made me get out and go grab it, drag it, so they could dump it.
You don't want to come back. That's
And I
another
rode
thing.
with
We
the
go the
driver,
extra
the
mile.
guy, he's the same way. He's here on time. He's awesome.
And that's one other thing you got to remember that there are, our locations, a lot of our areas are a lot of elderly, Du Bois especially. Kirby has a few elderly. We want to work with them. We'll come pull their cart out for them, or we'll talk with a neighbor to have a neighbor help out. Or, sometimes it isn't out. Once in a while, we'll go get it. If it's habitual, I would imagine you're probably not going to get picked up. But once in a while, then we try to get them taken care of, especially in the beginning. So, but if, I'll leave everyone some cards. So if you want to get a hold of me or something, Joel's talked to me. Like I said, I've talked to Scott. We had I don't have everything with me of what I proposed originally. So, but like I said, I know that whatever you get from the competition, I can do better. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you. Does anybody else have anything to say?
Well, if we're on the waste management contract deal, I think this whole thing kind of spiraled or escalated a little bit more than the original debate was who's just going to haul trash for the town hall and the fire department. That's what the original thing was, and it's really escalated since then. I think what we need to do, rather than having this constant back and forth during the town meetings is to put it out to committee to come up with some recommendations. And that way, there's not a bunch of mudslinging or what have you done during a council meeting, but rather everything's looked into privately, discussed amongst the committee, and come through with a recommendation. I would recommend that you would be on this committee too, if we see it to do that.
This committee, I think we gotta look at, do we want a town-wide franchise?
Yeah.
One company picks everything up. Or just look at, have independent, you're right, I would just think about what the town was paying for their pickup fee.
That's what it all started
Yeah,
with, and
that's where
everything's
I brought this
escalated.
up. Yeah. And so,
But while we're in the middle of it, maybe everything should be looked at, but
Well, we were giving you an option.
no, and I
No, you
appreciate
guys, no,
that.
no, you wasn't, no, sorry, you guys, we, I was glad you guys
No.
showed up.
Everything, no, you guys didn't escalate it. It was escalated before that. So not social media kind of escalating things as well, like you mentioned. So that's why I would make a motion. I'm going to make a motion that we put this into committee in the usual manner. The mayor's got to appoint committees, but in that motion, a recommendation of having Bob Zen on that committee, if you would be willing to.
I would, I'll second that.
The committee would
I
be,
will.
Well, the committee's got to be appointed by the mayor.
no, but I'm saying, the committee though would be looking into your bidding and the history of the companies.
Yeah, to look at everything.
Yep.
Look at just services for the town. Look at for the town entities. Look at for a contract for the whole town. If we can save people money that way, I mean, another option. It seems like the town, the public works hauls pretty much most of the garbage to a central location, is my understanding, or for the most part.
The towns.
I mean, what if
That's
we had a
what I
big gigantic Fremont County solid waste right in the middle of the city yard? They're hauling it anyway, just throw in the big dumpster when it gets full haul it, but then it might get stinky during the summer. I don't know, these things that should be looked into, but by committee rather than dragging our council meetings on and on and on, and then there's a bunch of he said, she said, and all that.
I was heard that the town is gonna be shutting off with the landfill over there, or the dump.
Can you state your name?
Chris Canadian.
Thank you.
They're closing the landfill.
Yeah, and then the dump over
The
here.
transfer
That-
station.
Yeah, transfer station, that you go once a month or whatever.
Not
And
that
I
I,
heard that was gonna be closed down within a year or so.
Yes. Gary, you want to respond to that?
I'm Gary Wise, and I sit on the Solid Waste Board. The landfill out south of town will close when it's full. The transfer station will remain open. There are people that utilize the transfer station that live outside the city limits, Bonneville, out by the lake. And at this point, it's never been brought up to close the transfer station.
Okay, well, I heard wrong then, sorry about that.
No.
rumors in Shoshoni? No.
Yeah. That's what I was told. I
That's
said, well,
silly.
what is everyone gonna throw the trash in the water tower over there at Boyson? You know, it's already been done before.
Yeah.
Monica will be the place, Monica gets all hers.
Yeah, fill them up.
Yeah.
And that's why I think it'd be best if we put a qualified committee onto this whole deal, hash it out, come up with all our options, and then present that to the council.
So we were looking at dollars, history, companies, the whole works.
Everything,
Okay.
every aspect that can be looked into.
Moved in second.
If you guys ain't gonna speak, I'll speak again.
Nobody's got a second.
The town, well, the dump over there, the transfer station, that's only open every so often, and someone that's got a job, how do you even go there? How do you go and dump your trash? I ran into this situation, cause I went with Wyoming Waste, and then my wife, she just quit paying the bill. She wasn't worried about it. And the next thing you know, I got frickin' trash everywhere.
Yeah. What do you do?
So, yeah, what do you do when you got a regular job and no one could go dump there? then you just got it stacking up. Why not have a regular scheduled pickup?
Yeah,
or
you're
something
also
like that?
limited to how much you put in over there too.
What we,
Yeah, they charge
We
you.
ran into that.
You know, it's pretty cheap for somebody that brings like 2 bags, right? They charge you $10. Well, if you're only making 2 bags a month, fine, I could see where you would want to opt out of that situation, but in reality, it's kind of a problem.
Yeah.
I think it is.
yeah, it
Even
is.
with Demick, you know, he's competition for who I work for, but I know that damn well, he's got people going out there to Boyson and throwing trash in his trash cans at Boyson, and Boyson's paying for it. I know that happens.
Yeah.
Well, it's been moved and second. Is there any more discussion?
If that happens, then we need to continue this on next month.
Yeah, let's table it.
Yeah, well, the decision will be still tabled, yes.
Yeah.
There's no decision made, so it's still tabled. So it'll be continued to next month's council meeting. So I move we table this issue and start a committee as Councilman Settler suggested.
So we approved the committee motion?
Yeah, we approve the committee motion, but we can't do any action until the committee reports.
Yes. Right.
So you got it moved, you seconded?
Oh, that this is tabled until the, yes, I would second that.
Any more discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same. Motion passed.
Do we need to ask for a special meeting under new business or when?
Yeah, where does it there?
Under new business? That's where we're at now, aren't we, about to new business?
Yeah.
Because we have some reports that need to be at the special council meeting. Do you want me to go into that or wait till later to mention it? I just wasn't sure where to put it in at.
I don't know. I guess that'd be new business, I guess.
That's kind of what I'm
The
wondering.
only thing I knew of was with mushroom farms, so.
Well, you taking that or?
I can. We would like to report on well, the clerk wanted to give his report at the special meeting. They also want to report on what they're learning at the WAM meeting now this week. A special report on that. And then also we had a meeting by phone with in regards to economic development that was awarded last spring and was held off because of the COVID, and we'd like to continue it, and we'd like to explain it more at the special meeting. So,
Like I said, I didn't get to that email, so.
okay. So, should I ask for a special meeting on Thursday night?
Sure.
I've read where 3 council people can call a special meeting, but I don't recall the exact procedure for that.
That's what, I don't either, that's why I'm asking. Just to
Well, I
make
don't think
sure.
we can
we
just,
can
we
ask
could
it.
just call for one without even doing it in the council, so. For emergency meeting.
I'm not familiar with all the requirements, so I'll keep my mouth shut.
Well, either the mayor can call for a special meeting or any 3 council people can call for a special meeting.
Well, then I'll call for a special meeting.
And I'm also calling for a special, you're mayor pro tem. There you go.
Yeah, so I'll call for the special meeting on Thursday.
Okay. And those are the items that we need to cover during that special meeting.
Okay.
7 o'clock?
So,
On
yes,
Thursday.
on Thursday. And then also, I had a note here on it, that Church of Christ will make a special presentation as a humanity event that they would like to, upcoming humanity, so they help people in need.
Mhm.
And they want to speak at that too. So
Did they want to speak at that, or were they supposed to show up tonight?
I understood it was supposed to be on
Mhm.
Thursday night.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay,
Yeah,
we'll
so
put
I
them
think
on the
they-
agenda too,
For Thursday.
yeah,
for Thursday.
yeah.
As well as the reports from the guys that aren't here.
Will you also put, approval of the special committee for the, contract for waste, trash in town on that agenda? To get the committee approved,
Hmm? Get the ball rolling.
yeah.
Absolutely. Okay, so we're on the new business. Proof for payment of $101,586.59 to Schneider Construction.
I
Was-
move,
Hmm?
I move that we approve the payment of $101,586.59 to Snyder Construction.
Can I get a second?
Second,
Moved and seconded. Any more discussion?
I'm assuming that's our sidewalk people,
Mhm.
and this is the pre-approved money, we just are approving the actual payment.
is this
Okay.
the final payment?
I believe so.
That's, as far as I understand, yes, it's
I
fine.
believe so.
Okay.
All
Now,
in
they
fa-
still have to put in, then, will state put in the crossing signs and all that other stuff, flashers, and, or will it be Snyder?
That one I don't know. I haven't been in that discussion. That one I don't know.
You mean over like on Pine Street?
Well, they're supposed to, when they presented it, they're supposed to have flashers and a block before the crosswalk and all that other stuff, you know, and then,
I think that's fine.
I think that's YDOT, because I saw them cutting them triangles and stuff in. And I didn't realize it was supposed to be a block off, because I was like, well, man, they missed the block.
yeah, they're supposed to be warning, then there's two sets
Right.
of signs.
Mm.
They've been working on it. Is it this past week?
I think
or
it's been
whatever,
YDOT
Judy?
working on it, hasn't it been?
Yeah, well, it's been doing
Yeah.
some striping and stuff, I know that.
Somebody's working on it.
Any more discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same. Motion passed. We doing a clerk report tonight?
We moved it to
Or till
Thursday.
Thursday.
Special.
No executive sessions. Roundtable, you got anything, Bob?
Other than when the wind blows, I smell mushroom farm. You too?
Oh.
Yeah. You know, usually you don't smell them. This last week, it's,
Yeah, you get that certain wind
yeah.
and it hits you, I agree. What about you, Kathy?
Yeah, at our next regular meeting, I'd like to discuss the breakfast with Santa that the council should be having in December.
I
And I'll
will-
have more information on it.
Yeah, whoever you're speaking with on that, let's get them to get in communications with the school. Because the school has no idea about it last year, and I think we would've got more kids if maybe they would've known at the school.
I'll tell you more about that later.
Okay, because if there's a contact problem, just let me know, cause I'll get the contact at the school. Because those kids need to know, you know what I'm saying?
I agree.
Because it was,
I'm 100% for it.
and then another thing is maybe talk to them and see about them putting up a sign out on the street saying pancake Santa Fe type of deal.
Did we forget to do that last year?
Yep.
That was my fault then. Okay,
Gonna knock your wages.
so, yeah, please do.
What about you, Jake?
Nothing really. Just the biggest thing I'd been thinking about for the last week or so is what we're gonna do about the garbage situation, and I think we got that think we have the best plan that could be done. Get it in committee, no more drama, get it all the. Other than that, I guess everything else is going pretty good, I think.
Okay. Well, I don't have anything, cause that's where I was at, and I like your idea. I think that worked out good, and I'm glad to see Bob get on it. Questions from the audience? No questions from the audience. Can I get a motion to adjourn?
So
Second.
Oh, hang on, Gary.
You were talking about having a special meeting. When is that gonna be?
Thursday.
Day after tomorrow?
Yes.
Yes.
Have it.
Just make sure it's done before toe time, kickoff. Oh, Thursday night football.
Make your priorities, Gary.
Really? Who's playing? I don't know.
Oh,
Oh,
actually,
my
the Panthers
Atlanta.
are playing against my guys in fantasy.
I can't remember when the last foosball game I watched was.
Nealon stopped, I started, I stopped.
That's right.
Shoshoni, hi, I like watching them.
Yeah, that's what I do. Watch it from my house. All right, can I get a motion to adjourn?
I did,
You
she
did.
seconded.
Okay. All in favor, say aye.
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 Opposed, same.
Question
Passed.
for the audience.
Meeting adjourned.
What